Nobody ever spoke of the old house at the end of Obanla Street. It crouched beneath the trees like it was hiding, roof sagging under years of secrets. Children crossed to the other side of the road when they passed it. Mothers whispered that something wicked once lived there, but never said more, until today. Today, the ground around the house breathed again. Inside, a woman stood barefoot on the cold cement floor. Her name was Chika, and she'd returned not for nostalgia but for truth. She was 22 now, with trembling hands and a memory that refused to die. They said she should have never survived it, because he, her father, had tried to kill her, not with a knife, not with poison. No, with a mortar. She stepped into the kitchen. It was still there. That monstrous thing. The carved wooden mortar, once used to pound yam, pepper, melon seeds. But on that day, it had been used for something else. She was 5, the story, as told by neighbors who swore it couldn't be real. He went mad. They said something entered him, some spirit from the river after her mother died. Or maybe grief took root in his soul and turned him to ash inside. But one morning, after a night of no sleep and whispers no one else could hear, he scooped her tiny body from the mat and set her inside the mortar. He said he wanted to pound the devil out of her. The pestle, a thick, heavy log of wood usually used for pounding yam, was lifted high above her. But it didn't fall just once. No. It fell again and again. Her left arm broke first. Then her ribs. She remembered the sound of her own screams folding into nothing. And his face, glazed, smiling, like he was making food, but she didn't die. The neighbor's son, 8 years old and curious, had peeked through the window. And ran. The police came. They pulled her from the mortar, barely breathing, body a sack of bones and blood. He was arrested. Declared insane, they put him away in Yaba left. But she never saw him again. Chika touched the rim of the mortar now. Her fingers trembled, brushing the place where her blood had once pooled. Her bones still ached when it rained. She was raised in a foster home. Good people, kind enough, but no amount of love erased that sound, the sound of pounding wood against flesh. A sudden gust blew through the broken window, and with it came a whisper. Chika, her breath caught, the room darkened around the edges. Was it her mind playing tricks? She dropped her lighter. It landed beside the mortar. The kerosene-soaked cloth she'd brought caught the flame in seconds. Fire curled around the wooden beast, licking its sides, crackling with hunger. She watched it burn. She didn't say a word. She didn't need to. The house was gone, the past, too.